Good day to you all. This is Dark Sage Walker, and this is Baba Is You. We just cleared the Fall Forest, or Forest of... I don't know what it's called. But we're moving on to the Deep Forest now. And after getting some practice done, I can safely say that some of the solutions on this level are actually a little bit more straightforward than some of the other ones. Doesn't mean that I'm going to clear them all first try, but with a little bit of practice, I think I can get some work done. Start by moving shift out of the way and turning belt into push. That can go over there. There we go. Now, belt is shift again. Yeah, see? Pretty simple. You're just getting the idea of how to move things around using other methods. I say, not bad at all. Alright, let's do this block now, starting with Tool Shed. Tool Shed! Alright, let's see. How did I do this one? I think... But the door is not stop. So... Instead... Well, let's get this key out of the way first. So instead of making the door shut, let's just move all of this out of the way, and the wall gets to be shut instead. Now we're going to move this down here. There we go. Alright, I need to borrow this word is, because we're going to be redefining the door as win. And voila! All is good. There, not so bad, is it? Patrol. This one's fun. I like this one. Alright, so tree is push. Door has a tree. It's also sink. And then, Baba is you, wall is stop, flag is win, tree is tree, skull is defeat and move, text is float, hubbity dibbity dobbity doo, zibbity bobbity boo. So, first thing we're going to do, door needs to be push. Now, door needs to have tree. Alright, so far, so good. Now, door is going to be sink. And now we have a tree. Now, here's the fun part. Yeah, let's get door out of the way here for now. We'll need it again in a minute. But first, let's now create the infinite regression of tree has tree, and is also sink. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by skulls. Now we're going to define the door as pushable, and that's it. Love that puzzle. See, so far so good, right? Skull House. Now, if I remember the hint to this one... Oh yeah, this one teaches... Well, it doesn't teach you so much as it forces you to guess that there is 2 ways to get the job done. So... we're going to set up a couple of parallels here. We're going to prepare to make the rock Baba. At the same time, we're also going to prepare to make the rock key. because why the hell not? And I would have loved it if I had known at any point that you could turn one thing into two things. Nope, not explained anywhere in the game. It's like the game was just going, hey, you really like these puzzles? How about you guess at this one? So, one thing I should probably do is move everything down 2 spaces. Because now I need to make key is push. For obvious reasons. There we go. Okay, this is a little trickier than I had anticipated, but should still be able to do this. There we go. You know, once again, there's nothing in the game that lets you know that you can turn one thing into two things if you complete 2 sentences at the same time, so that one had me stumped for a while, and understandably so. You know, it's one thing to create a puzzle with an obtuse solution. It's quite another if you leave some of the tools in the toolbox. And then go, alright, go. Well, fuck, is all I can say about that. Alright, factory. I am a key. At the moment, that's kind of about all I'm prepared to say. But, here's what we're gonna do. We need the and weak part to be on the other side. Because we're going to use that to defeat the bugs. Now we don't need the boxes to have keys right away, so we're just going to do this. Alright, so now we are this cluster of 9 boxes. Now what we need to do is essentially get in there, take care of business. But because the boxes are weak, we can do it that way. Now, the question is, how do we get past while only destroying a few boxes? Because as you can see, you need a total of 6 keys. 1. Oh, there we go. 1 to be myself, and 5 to open all these doors. Alright, box has key. All the keys are still me. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 6th one is me. There we go. Once again, I rather like that puzzle. Because again, it's not doing anything bullshitty, it's simply taking what you've learned from previous levels and applying it to a new scenario, and I can appreciate that. Canyon. Alright. Let's see if I can remember this one. well, belt doesn't need to be shift, so let's move all this crud over here. Baba will be shift instead. There we go. Now we need the belt to face upwards. I'd say the practice helped a lot, otherwise I'd probably be sitting here for a long time going, oh, how make? What do? There we go. Now make the belt shift. Now we can move the ghost, which is hot, over the flowers, which will melt, and flag is win. Again, not too hard. Victory in the open. How in the open is it, you may ask? Alright, so we gotta get Kiki over there and have her get the word win for us. Once again, this isn't too difficult. It's just a matter of switching some syntax around. So, there are times in which we're going to need Kiki to face up before she starts moving again. Now, move this out of the way so she faces right. Alright. Now she needs to face up again, because once she rebounds off the wall, she'll be facing down. Let her move too many spaces. Oopsie. Alright, now that I have her facing right, I need to get that out of the way. Now she can face right again. This is, of course, assuming that Kiki is female, but I mean, I have no earthly idea, honestly. And now Kiki is win. There you go. That one just takes a little bit of finagling, but it's really not that bad. Supermarket. Oh yeah, this one gave me some trouble. But because it gave me some trouble, I have a pretty good idea as to how to do this one. Alright, you start by taking belt is. Push it across the belt along with yourself. Now that they're facing up, you can just do that. Now make the belts face right. Push the rock here and right there. It doesn't honestly matter which direction they face. Oops. It doesn't honestly matter which one goes on first, so long as they both go over there. Now each individual word has to go over here one at a time. Mostly because you just don't have room. Now, as soon as you finish the word belt is up, get on the conveyor belt, because you have limited time to reach the flag. There you go. That's one where I was playing around with it and had the right idea for it without actually getting it right. So it just took a lot of time to finagle with that one and get it to work out. Baba doesn't respond. Oh no, Baba's in a coma! Alright. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's start by pushing the belts. We're going to use this to basically rearrange what direction they're going to be going. Alright, now Baba gets to be pushed. It's almost sad how much abuse this little bunny rabbit takes, but hey, she's determined to solve the puzzles, so who am I to complain? Now, Baba will be moving. And now your goal is to get past the reed before Baba changes everything. And as you can see, I didn't do it there. So one space made all the difference. So this time, let's put the word move in first. Okay. This time, let's go all the way back to when I was pushing Baba and give myself a little bit more time. Here, that should be enough. Fortunately, because of the way this game works, they understand that a lot of solving puzzles is strongly about trial and error. There we go. That's much better. Now, the name of that puzzle was Baba Doesn't Respond. Does that mean that we basically activated everything by tossing around Baba's comatose body? That's a little cruel. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I know the solution to this one, but I don't understand it. Alright, so, move conveyor belt. Wall no longer stops you. So now we're going to come over here, push this out of the way, and move the conveyor belt a bit. Now we're going to push the flag onto the belt, which is no longer shifting direction. The whole reason why we have to do it like this is because the flag is stop. Now, we're going to make the belt shift again. Oh, I see why that works, is the flag may be stop, but Baba isn't necessarily push. Okay, that makes more sense. Alright, I understand the solution to that one now. Lock the door. Alright, so first thing you need to know is that in order to properly lock the door, which in this case is a mushroom, you need to start by moving around some elements. And that starts with Baba being shift. Now let's actually move this over one more. The whole reason why Baba as shift works is because It essentially allows Baba to be the agent pushing things. Or in this case, go through it, turn around, and then start pushing it. There we go. Now, again, I'm not 100% sure how this works, but apparently if both the belt and the bug become shift at the same time, that will cause them to just kind of move with each other. And I don't need the word push anymore. And once again, the goal is to get to the other side of the mushroom before they change everything. There you go. Door is now locked. Are you happy? Alright, moving floor. Oh yeah, I had fun figuring this one out. So, while the flag is push, and keep in mind, we have to do this because the bugs equal defeat. So, no dilly-dallying here. We're going to use the two flags to fill in that hole. The belts are shift, so if you just walk over here without changing the belts, you get lumped down into that hole and you get motherfucking stuck. We don't want that. So, we're using the two flags right away because now we need to use the text to fill things in. And we need to move the word win in order to create our win condition. So, we're now going to use the text to fill in that hole, use this text to fill in this hole, and now we can again go across these without being stopped by the belts. See? Pretty, isn't it? Extra level, crumbling floor. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know what makes this one any more difficult than the other one. But, I mean, it's there. This has got to be the first extra level that I played that I looked at and said, what makes this so difficult? I don't understand. I momentarily almost forgot, but that's right, you just push the entire sentence over here. So that way, as you move the word is down, it gets shifted, and you're fine. I actually got this when I was doing this one on my own earlier. I got that one before I got that one faster than I got moving floor. Nearly. Nearly what? Nearly to the limit of good sense? Alright, Baba is swap. Now, the swap mechanic means that when you step over something, it switches places with you. Now, I figured this one out kind of by accident. Oh wait, that's right. This one's different. Because Baba equals swap, I can actually just move that out of the way. Swap is actually its own worst enemy there. Not quite. So this is the one I'm going to have some trouble with. Now the flag is swap. we go. Hopefully you understood how that worked. If not, I'll show it to you one more time, because this one's weird. So basically, because the flag is swap, what you want to do is move the word win out of the way, then move the flag up here, and that way when you go to move the word win into the flag's place, the flag will swap places with it, and then you'll be on the flag. Alright, passing through. I may actually get all these done in one video. That's remarkable. Alright, so rock is win, grass is defeat, Kiki is swap. Which means that we can't push Kiki because she'll just swap places with us. So we need to do some transmutation. So temporarily Kiki needs to be a skull. Now that that's happened, we can push that skull into position. Alright, now let's turn the skull back into Kiki. So since she's gonna swap, she can move that deadly grass out of the way for us. But now we don't want her to move all the way back, because it'll just push that grass right back into place. So let's turn Kiki back into a skull. And now maybe the skull should keep moving. We can't get over there to push it, so it's got to come back all on its own. Now, if we want to expedite the process, we'll just push the skull over there. Now we need to turn the skull back into Kiki. Now, make Kiki move, and now we have a space to get through. Touch the rock, you win the level. Only 2 stages left. I have to admit, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Salvage. This one was weird. But I know how to do it. Now, you actually want to start by setting up a very specific sentence. You want to leave the words flag and win alone. Text is pull. And. Now, push it through the skulls to grab the word swap like you have a sticky arm, and pull it on back. Now, you want to move the word swap over to the far end. But first, you want to move that out of the way so you're not actually forming the full sentence. Push the word is over the skull. Move text. See, now you can pull it, and the text will start swapping places with the skull. And we can now use the word is to create flag is win, and I'm pretty sure you know what to do from there. Ram immediately into the skull? Yeah, exactly. Perfect. You did it. Last but not least, insulation! We're insulating ourselves against stupidity! Alright, Kiki is push. Alright, so the thing you gotta remember is that skull is skull and can never be anything other than skull, and it also moves and swaps. So, here's how I figured out this puzzle. The wall isn't actually stopping anything, but it is hot. You could make the wall stop things, but I didn't see a purpose to that. Now, we need to make Kiki face up. So Kiki is up. Sounds like the start to a dirty porn. Kiki's up. Alright, now turn Kiki into a skull, which will start doing swaps for me until that happens. At that point, it's just as easy as walking out and touching the skull. Or the flag. Yeah, don't touch the skull. Not unless for some reason you want to freak yourself out. And that is Deep Forest. I'm actually quite proud of myself on this one. An entire area done in one video. That's nice. That having been said, thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, click the like button. Subscribe to get more in the future. Comment, but the most important thing you can do with these videos, as always, is to share them with a friend. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I'll be seeing you.